Novato Chamber of Commerce.
And I'm Jeffrey Schaub from Channel 5 TV. It's really nice to have you all here today. This is a wonderful, wonderful tradition here in Novato.
Our other announcers are down by Sherman Avenue, Dennis Haggerty and Skip Dominguez. And down at the judging station on 7th Street is Don Rico and Deborah Villalone from Channel 7.
There's
star power here.
I sort of have to mention that the parade was going to open this morning with a flyover by a Coast Guard C-130 aircraft, the Hercules. That's going to be delayed this morning, but if you look up in the sky, you will see one of the Coast Guard Dolphin helicopters, which is going to be flying over the parade this morning, and it's a terrific part of the Coast Guard. We'll be talking about why that helicopter is here this morning.
Yeah, it's a tribute to their Rear Admiral Jody Breckenridge, who actually is our Grand Marshal in this year's parade. So you'll hear more about her. She's got a fabulous, fabulous background, and the territory is unbelievable. So we'll talk a lot more about her in a while. But the U.S. Coast Guard is doing a tribute to her, and you'll hear that overhead at about 10:20 this morning.
So right now we're just going to take care of some house cleaning information for folks so you know where things are, if you need to use the porta potties, that kind of a thing. Porta potties are basically located on every block along Grand Avenue here, along the parade route. And also there's some food available. Frank's Barbecue is on Grand Avenue, right in the Town and Country Shopping Center by Continental Jewelers. They're serving barbecue hot dogs, hot legs, ribs, chicken, and tri-tip steak sandwich.
And I especially want to thank the Presbyterian Church of Novato for preparing that delicious buckaroo pancake breakfast this morning. Let's give them a hand. They simply ask for donations, and it's a wonderful benefit. We appreciate their donating their time and feeding these hungry spectators here. Also like to thank and acknowledge Randall Brothers, Michael Reed in particular, for providing all the volunteers with ice cold water this morning. Thank you very much to Randall Brothers here in Novato. I hear a helicopter now. Is this the one that was delayed?
Yeah, here comes the Dolphin helicopter.
It looks like a Dolphin.
Wow.
Approaching 2nd Street. Dolphin is Lieutenant Ed Aponte, he's the pilot. Lieutenant Commander Ed Shepard is the co-pilot. Petty Officer in 3rd Class Tony Grenwald, who also is a rescue swimmer. Color Guard. The USMC Color Guard for the parade. The members of the 23rd Marine Regiment, 4th Marine Division. The 23 Marines are headquartered in San Bruno, California. During its history, the 23 Marines have fought in the World War battles of Saipan, Iwo Jima, and more recently, Operation Desert Storm and Operation Freedom. Welcome to today's parade. Support this community. Thanks to all the volunteers, and the volunteers are the ones wearing the bright yellow shirts today.
This is the United States Marine Corps Color Guard. They are members of the 23rd Marine Regiment, the 4th Marine Division of the United States Marine Corps Reserve. The 23 Marines are headquartered in San Bruno, California.
Flag to them, behind him is 102 Grand Marshal, Rear Admiral Jody Breckenridge, who the U.S. Coast Guard just paid tribute to this morning by flying over the parade for the first time. We are very pleased and privileged to have them with us today. Jody is one of 4 women admirals out of the Coast Guard's 43 flag officers. She was one of the first women commissioned as regular officers in the Coast Guard. She was the first woman to command the Coast Guard Recruiting Command, and, if that isn't enough, the first woman to command the Coast Guard's Officers Candidate School.
She commands more than 2,600 active duty reserve and civilian employees, 6 Coast Guard cutters, enough small boats to fill a harbor, 5 air stations, a number of shore installations, and even a Coast Guard station on Lake Tahoe. Thank you, Admiral Jody Breckenridge, Grand Marshal of the 4th of July Parade here in Novato, California.
What a privilege to meet her. She's riding in a 1969 Ford Mustang owned by Jason Grossman. That name sounds familiar. It's because he's the Mr. of Mrs. Grossman's Sticker Company.
You know, my dad was in the Coast Guard.
And the vehicle today is being driven by Bernie Nickel.
Boy, that's a beautiful car. Look at that.
Well, we'll talk more about cars at the Nostalgia Days event coming up in August.
Wow. Here's the Chief of Police. That's a cool scooter you
Just
got
a
there.
crime. Woohoo! Right behind the Admiral is the 1941 Lincoln Continental Coupe. Talk about beautiful.
Absolutely beautiful. That is Rear Admiral Tommy J. Patterson. Retired, he has devoted his life to the business of his country. He served on the seas in World War II and Korea. During the Vietnam War era, he was the land-based director of the Western Regional Maritime Administration in San Francisco.
The Novato Police Department, we're very honored to have them once again in this year's parade. They are driving a 1988 Chevrolet Blazer, which was donated to the Project X program by the Novato Fire District in the year 2002. The engine was rebuilt by the San Marin High School students. The trim was then removed and was prepared for paint. And Melani's Auto Body donated the paintwork, and Apache Signs put the logos on. The Blazer is used to tow the Project X drag racer to Infineon Raceway. Thanks again to the Novato Police Department for being in the parade, supporting us, and helping keep our streets safe.
Okay, right behind the police department is the Contraband. This is a group of individual musicians who all play in different bands throughout the North Bay, and they come together here once a year to play in our 4th of July parade. We'd like to thank Majora and Gelati for providing the truck that they ride on, and Arena Feeds for the hay bales they sit on, and the best driver in the world, Russ Pryor.
Wow, they didn't want any delays in today's parade. They meant it. They are just backed up one after another. Jeffrey, we've got our work cut out for us. Next up is the U.S. Coast Guard Pacific Strike. They've entered this year's parade their hazardous material response trailer and 32-foot response boat. The Pacific Strike Team PST is a vital national asset comprised of a unique, highly trained cadre of Coast Guard professionals.
is one of the big trucks that the National Strike Force uses when they have to go out and respond. Boy, that looks like a brand new rig you got there. Right on.
And in case you didn't know, here's Novato's mayor, Jean McLamey. A wonderful mayor she is. She's riding in Mark Hoffman's 1969 Chevrolet Camaro Indy pace car. She's riding with her niece, Bonnie MacArthur. Welcome her to today's parade. Hi, Jean. Now, most people think she is strictly and only the mayor, but actually she's a full-time architect, and her architect husband designed their own home. I think if you're an architect, you would have to design your own home.
I think so. Maybe she'll design one for me.
Maybe she'll design some affordable homes here in Novato.
Right behind the mayor is Pat Eklund, who is Novato's mayor pro tem. She is riding in a 1957 Ford T-Bird.
Not just any Ford Thunderbird, though. This classic is a three-time award winner from the Thunderbird Regional in Reno to the cool April nights in Reading. That's a real beauty, isn't
That
it?
is a beautiful car. We should go out and get a car like that. What do you think?
All we get is the stage. I want to be in one of those cars, Jim.
City council member. He's riding in a 1957 Bel Air. Vic and Betty have owned this 1957 Bel Air convertible since 1980. It's an original, unrestored car. Vic has plans to do a complete restoration on it in the near future.
Jim is with his beautiful wife, Natasha. And I'm wondering if that car is going to be restored by Nostalgia Days. No, not this year.
Ooh, there's a beauty too.
Who, the car or Carol?
Both. That's Carol Dillon Knudsen, who is a member of the city council, has been for a long time. She's riding in Jack Panthal's 1969 Pontiac GTO convertible with a 400 cubic inch engine, 4-speed.
Car is driven by its original owner, and with Carol are her daughter?
Carol Dillon Gifford and her grandson Henry Gifford.
Henry's probably about 3 years old now, right, Carol? Just turned 3.
This is Ernie Gray, city council member. He's riding in a 1956 Chevy Bel Air, owned by Eric Flynn.
And he's riding with his beautiful wife, Mary. Ernie has a list of credentials. He must be very humble. He didn't include any of them, but I know he's on the board of the Novato Community Hospital. And
here's our brand new supervisor representing the 5th District, Novato, and part of Western Marin, Judy Arnold.
Former Novato City Council member, now with the county. She's with her grandchildren, Lauren, Julia, and Ainsworth.
Riding along with Judy and her husband is her grandson, Lauren. Oh, yeah.
In case you didn't catch it the first time.
It's important to repeat things. It's nice to see you. Thank you for coming. This is Assemblyman Mark Leno.
From the 13th Assembly District.
Very nice to have you here today.
Novato Citizen of the Year, Vicki McDill. Congratulations, Vicki. That's quite an honor to receive that award. announced that the annual Paint the Town Red event in January. Vicki is a long-time Novato resident and a tireless volunteer. She's literally done probably just dozens and dozens of community projects. She's well deserving of that award. Riding on horseback is the Marin County Sheriff Bob Doyle and his posse, including Aldo Gigliotti.
Let's have a round of applause for the Marin County Sheriff's Department, everybody. All right, our next entry is Catherine Bragg, President of the Downtown Novato Business Association. She owns Flower Child Bakery right here on Grand Avenue, one of the newest businesses in Novato. And she's being driven this morning by Gary Sillo in his 1967 Olds 442.
Gary is also the owner of Indian Valley Carriage Company, which provides carriage services to Novato, Marin, and the Bay Area. And once again, we want to mention a few of the sponsors that helped put on today's parade. Sponsors for the porta potties, which is very important. And by the way, if you need to know where those are, they're basically on every block along the parade route. You're on 2nd Street. The closest one is at the old Peony parking lot. Some of the sponsors include Sweet Potatoes, Peony Hardware, Dr. Insomnia's Coffee, Crazy Creations, Novato's Builder Supply, Brayton Purcell, North Marin Auto Parts, Cutting Edge Construction. These porta pots don't come free, as you can see. All these sponsors contributed to providing these services for us today. Carl Augusto Plumbing, Novato Kitchens and Baths, Price Brothers Construction Company, Leonardi Automotive. Thanks to all those sponsors for providing these porta potties for us today. Next is the Novato Lions Club. The Lions Club are members of one of the oldest service clubs in the world. The Novato Lions Club was chartered in 1947 and became the host club when it spun off the Novato 7-Uppers Lions Club in 1974. This year, the Lions are honored to have with them Mr. Abe Hammy, the owner of Star Restaurant, who's generously donated the flags for the last 3 years. This year's vehicles are driven by Lions Marty Mutzer with Lion Ed Seifert riding shotgun. 2 of them are veterans of the Lions for 33 years. And the rest of them are out along the parade route handing out these wonderful flags. Let's give them a big hand. Novato Lions Club.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are very honored to have, as a part of our parade this year, the Wells Fargo and Company Stagecoach. Thank you very much for being here. From 1852 until 1918, the Stagecoach carried Wells Fargo passengers, U.S. mail, and treasure shipments throughout the western United States.
Looky here, the first of Garbarino's vehicles, the Willys Jeep, a 1941 Willys Jeep, driven by Joe Sherrill, 442nd Regimental Combat Team.
And right behind that is a 1952 Italian Lancia, driven by Frank Delfino.
Lancia and band, by the way. Right on cue.
These are amazing. This is the United States Marine Corps personnel carrier.
Driven by Ed Meager.
Kevin Sullivan is a veteran. 1952 Fiat Jeep, driven by John Novato. Did I get that right? He ain't coming.
By Bruno Albini. Woo!
Man, that's a nice. This is a 1944 Willys Jeep, driven by Olivier Mirabel.
And David and Janet Hanks are driving the 1941 Dodge Command car.
This is a 1953 Alfa Romero Jeep, driven by Max Bushner.
Now, for those of you who are new to Novato or visiting, you should know that Joe Garbarino is a local resident. He has the largest collection of World War II military vehicles in the country, and we're so privileged to have him each year in our parade. Some of the equipment from this collection has been used in exhibitions and movies, including Saving Private Ryan. We have their 27 units divided into 3 convoy groups. This is the first of that convoy. So welcome to Joe Garbarino and his vehicle.
This is the American Legion Post 540 from Novato. It was founded in 1932, and a plaque commemorating this event is located at the main flagpole in the center of Hamilton Field, where the main buildings are situated. Administrative Secretary Jeannie Villa was selected by her peers to be Novato Fire District's Employee of the Year. Welcome. Okay, these are the Bushmills Irish Pipers Band of San Francisco.
They were formed in 1932, and they're the oldest continuously active Irish pipe band west of the Mississippi River. This year marks their 75th anniversary. The band was a charter member of the Pacific Coast Pipe Band Association. Students of all ages are welcome for free piping and drumming lessons.
Applause for the Novato Fire Protection District. And the Novato Fire Foundation.
We've had a lot of fire services, Jeffrey, and this organization has been there to put them out so quickly. It's so impressive. They're right on top of it. They do an outstanding job protecting our community from those fires.
These folks save lives, protect property every single day. They've been particularly busy lately here in Nevada.
Here we have the Marin Parents of Multiples Club. They provide educational, social, and emotional support to parents of multiples, both before their children are born, as well as the critical months and years that follow. This group provides guidance in the form of help, camaraderie, and encouragement through literature that they provide, monthly support gatherings, and relationships that they make through this organization.
Now here's a group that's done a lot of work in Novato, the Novato Mothers Club. The Novato Mothers Club is a supportive and educational club. They have over 350 members. Every member is encouraged to volunteer, participate, and share her ideas and talents. And keep all the men in line too. Just kidding.
Well, they're very active, Jeffrey. I mean, they got their hands in a little bit of everything. We thank them for getting Trader Joe's here.
And Whole Foods.
And we're excited to see what they have coming in down the pipe in the near future.
Hey, this is Joe Garbarino. A big hand of applause. A big round of applause for Joe Garbarino, who brings all of his World War II military vehicles here every year in this parade. Just fantastic.
Driving
Thank
a little
you
hungry
very, very
today's
much.
parade.
Okay, this is a 1953 personnel carrier.
An Alfa Romero Jeep, driven by Max Bushner. Jenkins, James, Joni, Jonna, Washko, Frank Larson, all Pearl Harbor survivors in the parade today, survived over 60 years of marriage to top it off.
Thank you very, very much. You're all fantastic.
And that is the true spirit of a parade, Jeffrey.
Survivors of Pearl Harbor, ladies and gentlemen.
What an honor to have them come out and join us for the 4th of July parade. I mean, that's the true spirit of celebrating America's birthday.
Okay, these folks are from Powell's Sweet Shop here in Novato. Oh, there's Willy Wonka.
If you haven't been in there yet, you have to go in there. I've spent over an hour and a half in that store, and I don't eat candy, and I don't have children. It's an old-fashioned, very retro candy store that takes adults back to their childhood. They not only have candy, they have nostalgic toys, and so much more. It's really a delight. Welcome to downtown Novato, Powell's Sweet Shop. And you might want to stop in there later because it's supposed to be pretty hot today and try out some of their Italian gelato. It's the best.
We're right here in beautiful downtown Novato. It was converted into Novato's first motorized fire engine. It's driven by Fireman's Fund employee Terry Copeland and co-pilot Deborah Reeves.
A part of celebrating the 4th of July has to include a barbecue, and Jeffrey's starting to smell really good around here right now. Oh, look at that. California Grill Rotisserie. They're actually barbecuing in the back here. Locally owned, celebrating over 10 years of business. And they are so generous to the community. They've donated over $20,000 yearly to Novato schools, the Chamber of Commerce, School Field, the Novato Fire Department, and many other fine charities. And always the well-anticipated Basset Hounds, the Basket Rescue Team. They're celebrating their 9th year at Novato. At Novato's 4th of July parade, last year they saved over 100 bassets. Many of whom are here today.
Boy, those are some hot dogs.
Hopefully they won't get barbecued. This year's queen is Sadie, whose mom raised the most money in pledges last year. She's here with her Fort Linus and Bentley. They're owned by Scott and Joanne Dean. And this year's king is Buddy, who escaped death as an aggressive dog and was found to be a sweet and loving dog after all. He's here with his brother Fred. We actually received calls at the chamber to find out that Basset Hounds will be in the parade. Once again, they are. Thank you for joining us today.
That is the cutest thing. There's a lot of Basset Hounds in this town. But they're all living in one house.
Speaking of hot dogs, Jeffrey, a little bit of fun trivia here. What is Independence Day without a hot dog eating contest? In fact, there's one taking place in Coney Island. It was estimated that Americans would consume about 150 million hot dogs on July 4th, 2006. That equates to almost one hot dog for every other person in the United States.
Only you would know that.
That's
very good trivia information.
Google 4th of July. I don't know what you're going to find, but keeps it interesting. Especially when you're trying to find your place in your script.
Hey, what number are you? All right, this is the, it's still part of the Golden Gate Basset Rescue. There you go. Very nice. I think this is the best parade we've had.
Moving right along,
Most
isn't it?
colorful, energetic parade, it seems like.
They're expecting record-breaking attendance this year as well. So this is, after all, Marin County's largest parade, right here.
This is where my two boys went to school, the St. Francis Preschool. Wonderful, wonderful preschool just down the street here in Novato. They've been serving children and parents since 1967.
Oh, and one of my favorites is the Pug Sunday group. I have my very own Louie. How many Louies are there in this Pug Parade today? Raise your hand. Louie's a very popular name, so I gave mine a middle name, Louis Winston, because he likes to hold his toys like Winston Churchill. Okay, too much information here. Nevada's very own Pug group is clowning around today, making everyone smile for sure.
What is that about Winston Churchill? What?
The Pug group is 4 years strong and getting larger. And they meet every third Sunday out at Hamilton Park. There's nothing cuter than 50 pugs running around. They have barbecues on Father's Day. They have a good time, pancake breakfast. And the dogs have a great time. Welcome to the Novato Pugs.
Okay, and that green car right there is the Bank of Marin, and riding in the car is Phyllis Cope, Rich Ronsheimer, and others. Nice to have you. Bank of Marin's goal as a community bank is to provide extraordinary personal services to their customers and demonstrate a serious commitment to the communities that they serve. Thank you very much. We're all counting on you.
Bank of Marin is very, very supportive of the community, and we thank them for being in today's parade.
That's a vintage John Deere tractor driven by lifelong Novato resident and living legend, Bob Mattis. The Indian Valley 4-H Club has members from Blue Sutton, Linwood, and Pleasant Valley schools. They've won all sorts of plaques and ribbons for their poultry, sewing, and still exhibits at the Tri-Valley and West Marin 4-H.
Tractor, weighing 1,500 pounds. It was originally built for the small acreage farm using 60 cubic engine, producing a whopping 10 horsepower. with a top speed of 7 miles per hour. The club originally sold for $545, and it's one of the most popular tractors in history. Only 200,000 were made from 1947 to 1964. Every Tuesday from 4 to 8 p.m. on downtown Grants Avenue is Novato's Farmers Market. We were just there last night, actually. Tyler Thayer is manager of that market, and actually all the markets in Marin County. The market is open between April and the end of October.
It's Elvis!
We have a range of delicious fresh produce, organic produce, and the sweetest and juiciest produce available. You enjoy live music, Frank's barbecued ribs, rotisserie chicken, just delectable. Come join the farmers market every Tuesday, 4 to 8.
Hey, it's nice to have the Novato Elks Lodge 2655. The Benevolent and Protective Order of the Elks is an American fraternal organization founded in 1867, and they have over 3,000 lodges and 1 million members in the United States.
The Novato Human Needs Center, an extremely important organization here in Novato. In fact, I just donated some furniture to them the other day. This year, the center celebrates its 35th birthday. That's a milestone for a nonprofit, Jeffrey. Since 1972, the center has served as the heart of Novato, reaching out to those in crisis situations with counseling services, emergency food pantry, emergency rental assistance. We want to wish the center, the board of directors, and its staff a happy 4th of July and a happy birthday.
Here come the Shriners! This is the Marin Shrine Club, everybody. They're driving in a 1961 Cadillac Noblemobile. The Marin Shrine Club is the oldest shrine club west of the Mississippi. They're known as the world's greatest philanthropy, and they spend over $1 million a day on children's hospital treatment.
Here is the Novato Youth Center float, representing 31 years serving youth and families in Novato and surrounding areas. The center believes that all children and youth have talents and strengths and the right to lead healthy, happy lives. The Youth Center provides child care for infants to 14-year-olds, and their services, just to name a few, include family counseling, tutoring, workshops, summer programs, and so much more. Welcome to the Novato Youth Center to today's parade.
Now, just so we get it in beforehand, coming up behind them is St. Mary's Chinese Girls Drum and Marching Band. Their first parade was in San Francisco St. Patrick's Day Parade in 1941, and ever since they've participated in events nationwide. located at 2001 Center Road, now enrolling infant through 3K. And you can also ask about their after-school programs. Miss Sandy's School, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, we forgot to thank the Marin Airport because they brought up the members of the St. Mary's Chinese Girls Drum and Marching Band from San Francisco.
We came to the Marin Airport for their generosity today. Here's the Cub Scout Pack 186, and their motto is, do your best. And the 186 Pack do their best to serve their community. It represents San Ramon Elementary School and the Presbyterian Church in Novato.
The Automobile Association and staff from the San Rafael and Larkspur offices. And they have brought a 2007 Toyota Prius hybrid vehicle. The AAA is promoting the Green Light Initiative, all trying to save gas and energy. California State Automobile Association.
Wow, look at this beautiful 2007 Chevy Yukon.
Now, how did they do that?
And why? Does it fly?
How did you get the doors to do that?
Makes it aerodynamic.
Is that a custom thing? That's amazing.
Well, I don't know, but it's driven by Laura Bertoli herself.
Says this Yukon has countless hours put into its complete panel-off custom paint job. Wow. The Cub Scouts Pack 85. Serving Novato since 1985.
Oh, okay. We also have Cub Scout Pack 73 and Pack 42 as well.
Packs 42 and 73. And 85. Thanks for coming.
So if you want your son to learn to camp, fish, or enjoy the outdoors and be an active part of the community, you're going to want to join one of those Cub Scout camps. Novato YMCA is rocking out today. Jane Belote is on that float next to the float. Marin YMCA, with its 4-year-old site, Novato is a non-profit organization and serving families for the past 60 years.
And that's the Wall of Rhythm band, including Novato Police Lieutenant Jim Laborati.
And Sergeant Earl Pittman and Michael Pritchard from the Novato Video Transfer entertaining us today. Wall of Rhythm. That has to be a 30 caliber machine gun. What do you think?
Of course they do that, right?
The 3rd Infantry reenactors of Sonoma County, a group of enthusiastic historians and military buffs dedicated to the preservation and accurate portrayal of the American service during World War II.
Okay, they're followed by the Military Officers Association of America and County. It's the largest organization of its kind, representing currently serving commissioned officers, retired officers, former officers, and the MOAA Marine Chapter was founded in 9th Rotary Club. Wow, this is the Iron Lung from 1950 is displayed by the Rotary Club in Novato as a reminder of the effects of polio. As you may recall, an iron lung was used to allow victims of polio to breathe. The Novato Rotary Club has joined with Rotary Clubs all around the world to eradicate polio forever. That's a 1953 Willys Jeep.
Same Jeep used in one of America's favorite TV shows, MASH. And ANC would like to wish everyone a happy and safe 4th of July. And in case you're wondering, yes, the Novato Patrol will be back this year doing another performance. We always anticipate and look forward to what they have in store for us. They'll be coming up shortly.
This is a Captain Ronan Thornhill. He's operating an M38 Willys quarter-ton military Jeep, 1952, made by Willys Overland Motor Company for the U.S. Army for the Korean War.
Shamrock Materials is celebrating its golden anniversary. They've been in business for over 50 years, serving Marin, Sonoma, Napa, and Solano counties. For ready-mix concrete and building materials, visit Shamrock Materials.
That's a beautiful truck. This is the now world-famous Nave Patrola. The Nave Patrola, under the leadership of Bob Nave, have been marching for 38 years.
Wow. Not just any marching band, another iconic World War II marching unit.
The members are made up of the Nave family and a group of fun-loving people. Let's watch.
They've won numerous first prize awards in comic and specialty entries. Their antics bring both laughter and tears to the eyes of viewers.
Let's hear it for the Nave Patrola.
They don't just march here in Novato, they march in San Francisco, Reno, Red Bluff, Redwood City.
Guys out of step.
They've been serving Novato for 89 years. That's absolutely amazing. And they are going to present the all-new but slightly aged folding chair brigade. Let's watch.
The Meany Hardware Drill Team.
And we always look forward to their performances. Thanks, guys.
These are the folks that tell you where that obscure item or light bulb or something is.
Peony Hardware, now located in the Nave Shopping Center, one of 15 shopping centers here in Novato.
There's two more Peony Hardware vehicles.
Is that barbecue for sale there? I'm sure they're going to have them available at Peony Hardware today.
And the Peony Hardware Kids Club.
And Peony Hardware and Comcast Spotlight have teamed up to bring you Tom and the Cat. Tom and the Cat is a local, awesome Marin County band dedicated to creating the authentic sounds of rock and roll, searching deep into the roots of the 40s, 50s, and 60s. MBA. In particular puts on Nostalgia Days, which is coming up August 18th in downtown Novato. Mark Giandostiani is the Nostalgia Days event himself. He's seen in his 55 Chevy 210 Del Rey. Very proud of all of the vehicles he owns, by the way. He stores them himself. He is the MC of Nostalgia Days.
Ooh, look at that, 56 Chevy Nomad. Ooh, Rick Loomer. Rick is a longtime Novato hot rodder. He's been published in Hot Rod magazine.
That's just a taste of what you're going to see in Nostalgia Days on August 18th.
This is the Sons in Retirement SIRS branch, representing Sirs, Big Sir Fred Holmes and Little Sir Tony Marlich. That's a 1962 Mercedes-Benz. It's owned by Sir Bill Totten, and it's being driven by his grandson, Captain Paul Totten, a firefighter who grew up in Novato.
Here's an organization dedicated to honoring the soldiers of World War II, the World War II Research and Preservation Society. The group members go to great lengths to assure the authenticity of their uniforms and equipment. When they're not recreating the battles of World War II, these living historians can be found giving lectures at schools, acting as escorts at military ceremonies, and the 4th of July parade, and helping give the community and future generations a greater appreciation for those who gave so much during World War II.
All these Jeeps and the guys in it are stored in a warehouse all the rest of the year, and they bring them out just for today.
They're well preserved.
This is Flower Child Bakery, which we mentioned earlier, is one of the newest businesses in Novato, and an excellent bakery down the street on Grand Avenue.
They're having a free drawing for a $50 gift certificate. So you just simply need to stop by their bakery. And be sure to check out their award-winning, well-renowned coffee. They offer European-style baked good and awesome sandwiches made daily.
Novato is horse country, and this is the Novato Horsemen's Club, celebrating teamwork between horse and rider to bring the spirit of America to the parade. They were formed in 1939 and remain very active in the community, and it's really nice to have you with us today. Beautiful, beautiful horses. The Novato Horsemen's Club, ladies and gentlemen.
Followed by the Horsemen's Club is the Novato Horsemen's Association. Dr. Jean Hayes has her 5-year-old miniature horse with her today, Neptune. Dr. Jean competes with Neptune in combined driving events, which include a 7-mile marathon with obstacles and a challenging cone course. Dr. Jean specializes in animal-assisted therapy and uses her miniature horses in her counseling work.
Oh, they're cute. That is one impressive group of animals there. Absolutely beautiful.
The animals in today's parade will be judged for cleanliness, originality, use of the theme, and overall appearance. Good luck to the Novato Horsemen's Club.
I never had a ride when I was a boy. Yeah.
Well, the spirit of America takes place in many forms. It takes the shining form of courage of the women and men in the United States Armed Services. And to that honor, that spirit, Peace Novato began in 2005 to fold a paper crane in remembrance of every American service person killed in Iraq. Since the creation of the Hiroshima Memorial, the paper crane has symbolized hope, peace, and healing. Each crane is inscribed with the name, rank, and hometown of a fallen American. The single large crane reminds us of the tens of thousands of Iraqis killed in the war. Until the Iraqi war has ended, Peace Novato will continue folding cranes honoring those Americans making the ultimate sacrifice while representing the spirit of America.
And I'm told that some of these last objects that they're holding here, the peace objects, were created by the 8th grade at Our Lady of Loretto School to represent children that have been lost in the war.
There's an impressive array of entries, both new and old, in this year's parade, which keeps it interesting and informative for all. This here is this float celebrates the teamwork of General George Washington and his troops as they crossed the Delaware on December 25th, 1776.
You mean they didn't cross the Novato Creek?
Eventually, I'm sure they did. In the spirit of teamwork, the following companies and individuals are deserving of a huge thank you, including Peony Hardware, Novato Chamber of Commerce, the Rotary Club, Novato Builder Supply, Margaret Todd Senior Center, Napa Auto Parts, Circle Bank, and local artist Amanda Cronkright.
Now that's pretty darn good.
Captures the essence of today's celebration, doesn't it, Jeffrey?
It's the 231st birthday for America. It's amazing. It seems just like yesterday. It was 1976. 200th birthday. Pretty soon it'll be the 300th birthday. There's George Washington. I wonder if you can see the past through that scope he's got there. These are the Daughters of the American Revolution. This is Marin County's El Marinero chapter of the Daughters, chapter 13. I'm sorry, 13 of these women live in Novato.
Looks like we're about to get a performance here from the Novato Summer Music Institute.
Classic World War II and Korean War military vehicles. I'm just trying to get it on a view of that sign right there.
Like a 1943 M22 Locust tank, driven by Mike Scalisi.
This is a 1941 MB armored car.
Jerry Griffin. Sean Pipkin is driving a 1941 M3A1 Stewart tank.
You know, I think this is the largest private collection of World War II military vehicles in America, is it not?
Yes, it is.
And they've been featured in movies and television programs, including the Tom Hanks movie,
Saving Private Ryan.
Saving Private Ryan. I mean, this is an incredible collection of vehicles, all lovingly restored at good brakes. This is a 1944 M18 Hellcat tank destroyer, driven by Anton Giannini. Did we get that right? You can't hear us. Noisy. Does Mr. Garbarino, does he offer like tours? You know, I wonder.
I don't know, but that would be fascinating. It is considered a museum, so I would think if you'd open it up to the public, we should find out more about that. I mean, it's just awesome to see them here today, but realize that they were actually used for. You know, that they're preserved and still functional today.
You know, I mean, I think it's fair to say that at this time in history, war isn't very, very popular, but these vehicles were used to fight a terrible enemy and a great victory for the United States at a time when we needed all the help we could get. So it's a different time.
Well, these vehicles are certainly an integral part of the parade, that's for sure.
Very important. This is a twin 40mm M19 gun carriage. Dick Mitchum is behind the wheel there. Good job.
Next up we have an M41 Walker Bulldog tank, driven by Justin Barrett.
That's going to be fun sitting up there, huh? Right on.
For today, anyway. And we have to thank the, you know,
tank that is being driven by Gary Gelati. That's one of the most famous fighting vehicles ever made. Sherman tank. Pretty amazing.
depicting the city's history from an agricultural community to today's bustling modern downtown. And there's a second museum underway at Hamilton. A perfect example of teamwork in action.
And they're followed by the Ignacio Rotary Club. Rotarians give back to the community in many, many ways. They create a lot of projects here in Novato. Some of the beneficiaries include the Pacheco Playhouse, the Novato Human Needs Center, the Novato Youth Center. And it's really nice to have you guys, all of you folks here.
Rotarians, they work hard. They put in many, many hours.
Mindy King here is driving in a 1930 Model A. She's driving her grandfather's 1930 Model A Ford Speedster. He taught her how to drive it, and she thinks it's a lot of fun. Julie is her passenger. Her dad, Bob King, built that car, by the way.
Well, here we have the girls, coaches, and managers of Novato Heat. A spirited group they are, and a competitive group as well. They're a traveling softball league that has been helping girls improve their softball skills for the past 9 years. There are 4 Novato Heat teams, and the girls range from 16 years old, and the youngest on the squad is just 9. Good sportsmanship and teamwork are such an obvious part of these girls' work ethic that at a recent tournament, the players and coaching staff on the team hosted the tournament. We're cheering for our 10 and under team during the championship game, even though our girls have played them twice during the tournament.
Which is presenting for us today folkloric dances from the state of Jalisco and the Mexican mariachi band, Los Incomparables. El Palmar restaurant has been in Novato for many years and invites you to enjoy the cuisine of Mexico at their locations in Novato and San Rafael.
Mariachi bands that perform for us. Beautiful, colorful dresses.
Beautiful.
It's harder than it looks to dance in those dresses, Jeffrey. I'd be all wrapped up in mine if I were to try that. Very beautiful.
Thank you.
Matt Thorson drives the Tin Lizzie, the 4th of July special. When he says that the jalopy will only start one day a year, and that is the 4th of July. Because the car loves 4th of July parade.
This is a 1964 and a half Mustang convertible. It was the very first edition of the Mustang.
Yeah, but it's not just a Mustang. It's carrying Mike Reed of Randall Brothers, who mentioned him earlier, for providing all this water. He is Novato Chamber of Commerce's Business of the Year. That is quite an honor. Congratulations to him for that accolade.
Here comes Robert Ito from Ito's White Tiger. Students range from ages 50 to 90. If you've heard the name White Tiger, it's because Mr. Ito has been teaching here in Novato for 28 years. And he might have taught somebody in your family.
White Tiger is located at 1119 Grant Avenue, across from the infamous Marvin's Restaurant. Learning karate and self-defense is a discipline in itself. It's a good skill to have, thanks to Ito's White Tiger for providing that service to our youngsters here in Novato. Youngsters ranging from 5 to 90, that is. Next up is CalStar Gymnastics. Twirling and jumping and performing for us today. They're located right off Belmarin Keys Boulevard and been serving the residents of Marin County since 1996. CalStar Gymnastics believe that smart training achieves huge results. Lesson plans are created and executed in the most effective way possible, while maintaining both a positive and nurturing environment. The goal is to give your child the tools that make it possible for them to excel in both life inside and outside the gym. Thanks to CalStar Gymnastics. Driving this beautiful 1961 Pontiac bubble-top Catalina is car owner Ed Banfield. It is representing Continental Jewelers, the oldest continuously owned jewelry store in Marin. Continental Jewelers is a proud member of the Downtown Novato Business Association and a huge sponsor and volunteer of this parade.
So coming up right now is Love to Dance. They offer a variety of hip-hop, jazz, ballet, and break dancing. From beginners to experts, all ages of dancers will be able to find the right class. Their studio is on Sweetser Avenue, right here in downtown Novato. And today we're going to see an array of dancers, including the award-winning Love to Dance All-Stars, who will be attending a national competition in Lake Tahoe in only a few weeks. Love to dance.
And it's very evident that they do love to dance. In fact, if we're lucky, we may get a little quick performance here. They are excellent. Thank you for that performance. Love the dance. Aren't they cute? They're as young as like 3. Oh, excellent. Excellent dancers.
All right, that was terrific.
Round of applause for Love the Dance. Participants include the School Board of Trustees, administrative personnel, Novato Junior ROTC, including School Fuel, the Novato Foundation for Public Education, and various other members of the school district.
School Fuel is terrific. They raise a lot of money for the schools in Novato.
Jeffrey, do you have any plans after today's parade?
Huh?
Do you have any plans following today's parade?
I actually have to go do a story for tonight's news. Can you believe
Gotta
that?
have to do real work, huh? Well, how about a little bit of tennis, maybe after you do that story? Here we have the Novato Tennis Club. It's a member of the United States Tennis Association. It's to provide an opportunity for its members to play organized and social tennis.
I think that's the first time I've ever seen anybody play tennis in a parade. It's quite ingenious.
I can't play it when it's in a court, let alone walking in the parade. To cool us off, but it's not as hot as I thought it was going to be today.
Looking out, that Cacti restaurant right across the street was the original Our Lady of Loretto. A lot of people don't know that.
We have many historic buildings here downtown Novato. Cacti Restaurant is one of our better known restaurants here in Novato, so if you're visiting today, you might want to patronize them. And in fact, if you don't have plans right away,
What is that shop till you drop? 4 to 62 coming up on us here. The school is absolute traditional and Olympic style Taekwondo. They participate 2 to 3 times a year, Olympic style competitions, and come home with apparently absolutely outstanding results. Military Society, 16th century soldiers and camp followers. pursuit. The Renaissance Military Society. And these good folks here are representing the Olapalli State Historic Park, which is just 3 miles north of Novato to the west of Highway 101. With us today are park staff, park volunteers, and board members of the Olapalli People. That's the nonprofit support organization that has championed the park partnership with the state parks for the last 24 years.
Olapalli is the site of the first Spanish colonial house fleet to be built in Marin County. A little bit of history and knowledge there.
And these are the Novato North Marin Water District folks who want to remind you that you have to cut back on your water use by 15%, but they'll help you with that. Yeah, they'll help you with that. They'll come out to your house or business to show you how you can cut back on your water use.
They still encourage you to drink water today to stay hydrated on these hot summer days.
Exactly.
We have a Black Belt Academy, Miller's ATA Black Belt Academy. It's been in Marin County for over 20 years and is dedicated to giving everyone a quality martial arts education. They're the largest martial arts organization in the world with over 1 million members. Very impressive. They're based in Hamilton. That's quite a technique that they learn there. They have courses offered through the Parks and Recreation Department and the sites, they have club sites throughout Marin County. To find out why Taekwondo is the most popular martial art in the world today.
Now this entry here is the San Marin High School Music Department. Emily Gates and San Marin Music present Night on the Green. It's a fundraiser to help pay for the completion of the San Marin High School Gary Gates softball field. The event is on July 14th from 5 to 9 p.m. And it's a great fundraiser.
Well, Northern California, Novato Pop Warner is proud of its alumni. The 2006 North Coast Section champions, Novato Hornets.
This is the Open Door Christian Church. Nice to have you.
Open Door believes that in reaching the disabled goes beyond just the individual, but also believes in reaching out to families and has joined with a support group because they believe that showing teamwork is changing lives one at a time. What was that? Stingray!
These are the Stingrays from Meridian Rolling Hills Club. Winifred Comfort is the organizer and chief in charge. The Stingrays are one of 10 Marin Swim League teams in Marin County. Bob Callahan is driving a 1963 Corvette with a split rear window. The color is Daytona Blue, which was the original color. It has a 327 cubic inch V8 with 300 horsepower and a 4-speed manual transmission.
Here we have our third group of Garbarino vehicles.
That is a patent Jeep. Beautiful shape. This is a 1942 WC-51 weapons carrier, driven by Greg Polos, is that right?
Yeah, good job.
With the Reverend Carol Luthar. And a 1943 Corvette missile truck, driven by Christian Garcia. Followed by a Navy Shore Patrol Jeep. And that's Russ and Casey Giggy.
Let's get a little geeky with it.
It's a 28. Well, there it goes. Here's a 1965 Jeep. Mark Mitchell behind the wheel. And a 1941 armored recon scout car. Rick Gross is driving. This is a 1942 Ward LaFrance Wrecker.
Driven by Jeff Schaefer.
And behind that is a 1954 Dodge maintenance truck.
Maintaining all these vehicles. Good job by Paul and Bob Penn, a World War II veteran. Followed by Eleanor Lewis, running for Novato City Council. Novato campaign begins here soon for the City Council. Eleanor's campaign platform supports local businesses, schools, healthy food.
Hey, look at this. Is that Deed Stroh?
Deed Stroh, that is Deed Stroh. That is Deed Stroh. Paint the Town Red. We'll be celebrating what? 48th birthday. Don't you MC that, Jeffrey?
Yes. You know a little something about that.
The date Saturday, January 19th, 2008. Paint the Town Red is a celebration of Novato's birthday, and you have to be there. It's a sellout event.
Okay, Robert Gregory is driving a 1926 Star Durant. The car was originally from San Anselmo, and only 3 of this model are still in existence. And Mr. Gregory has owned this car for 55 years. It's the first time it's been in a parade.
Chamber of Commerce, the citizens, and the businesses of the year put together the Paint the Town Red event along with Novato's School Fuel, DNBA, Downtown Novato Business Association, all work continuously throughout the year to put this event on to celebrate Novato's birthday. I think it's noteworthy to mention some of our volunteers, and in particular the parade committee. And one person that we must mention is Barbara Cronenberg, who actually retired from the city of Novato a year ago, but they called her back because she excels at putting together a group of volunteers to help put this event on before, during, and afterwards.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
This is the Petaluma Riding and Driving Club. They were formed in 1939 as a place for local horse enthusiasts to share their love of horses.
If I were to take a wild guess, are those quarterback horses? Quarter
horses.
Quarterback. I don't watch football. Village Schlinger, also the Continental Jewelers, helps put on this parade. There's probably 20 people on this committee that meet that put on today's event. And they'll be here working a couple hours afterwards to clean up. Opening up the streets, cleaning the streets.
And this is the committee to elect Annan Patterson, who is running for the Novato City Council in this November's election.
She's also the president of Sustainable Novato. She knows that walking instead of driving is one way to reduce greenhouse gas emissions and improve the health of our residents.
Gus Stroud, my old neighbor, is driving a 1955 Ford T-Bird convertible coupe classic. It's driven by his daughter Janet. The riders are grandkids Dominic and Amber. Grandpa right there.
Oh, these guys are so good. I remember them from last year. 15th hour. They're really, really good.
This is the band 15th Hour. Hey Art, how's it going?
You visit 15 Hour on the west on MySpace.
1950, yeah, you just said that, didn't you? 1955 Bel Air, written by Art and Carolyn Grant. It's very nice. Garrett's. Sorry, Art.
I'd like to get 15th Hour to the TV studio. We can record them and air them on Channel 26. I just think they're awesome. Good for the kids.
Largest voluntary organization for girls in the entire world. They represent 136 countries, nearly 3 million girls, and nearly 1 million adults, and nearly 37 billion cookies. No, just kidding.
I was once a brownie. And look where I am now, volunteering for the 4th of July parade. What an honor. Well, here they come. The Novato Druids Grove 113. They're the oldest fraternal organization in Novato, dating back to January of 1899. Their major fundraiser is the Druid Scholarship Program.
Hey, how you doing?
Its motto is labor diligently to acquire knowledge, and every dollar helps a scholar. Woo. Happy 4th to you too. They take pride in the fact that they're bound together to help our community however they're able. Members over the years have made a positive and beneficial impact for Novato.
Here's another candidate for the Novato City Council, Madeline Kellner. Election day is November 2nd.
Also a graduate of the Leadership Novato program that the Novato Chamber of Commerce
Really? It's November
puts on.
6th? Okay, we had it wrong. It's November 6th. Thank you.
So go out and vote November 6th, because your vote makes a huge difference.
Here's
What can make all the difference, actually?
Here are the folks that try to keep you dry. Bay Area moisture control.
I bet the crowd would mind if they sprayed a little moisture on it right now, huh?
Yeah, exactly.
Wow, it's a pretty unique organization. They specialize in making sick homes healthy, including symptoms of asthma and allergies. I don't know, I have allergies. Maybe it's pollen or pollen.
Rachel Smith is driving a 1967 Mustang. Ooh. Mark Bailey and Jeff Keegan for Bucksaw Service. They've been in the same business at the same location for 35 years, and they're driving two Husqvarna riding mowers. That was a 1969 Mustang Boss 302, by the way. Classic.
It's hard to believe, but I believe this is our last entry in today's parade, if I'm not mistaken. So before we close, we want to wish you a happy 4th of July. Enjoy America's Independence Day celebration, but do celebrate safely. Be careful, the roads will be opening to oncoming traffic, so leave the parade safely and celebrate safely today. We want to see you back here again next year. If you'd be so kind as to pick up any trash that you use and toss it into the nearest receptacle. And don't forget to grab a drink, a snow cone, a hot dog, pizza, or Frank's barbecue for lunch. We want to thank you for coming out and joining us here today. Jeffrey, you want to talk about our last entry in the parade? Novato, the dollhouses, trains, and more.
Very good.
That's a fun story.
That's a great story. Well, thank you, Novato. Thank you very much, everybody. Drive safe today. Don't drink and drive.
They're definitely going to be enforcing the no drinking and driving law today. So please be safe and have a happy 4th of July, Novato.